Hello everyone and welcome. Today we have Intrigeri and Joenio talking about the use-perl annual meeting of the Debian-perl group. It's up to you guys.
Thank you. Okay, I'm Intri. Welcome everybody to this yearly meeting of the Debian-perl group. First of all, we need some help from you to run this discussion. We are on Gobi to take notes. We are on gobi.debian.org in the DebConf 23/buff/pkg-perl document. It would be really nice if somebody who is not Joenio and me could take notes there, because we cannot do that. Especially if somebody comes from the internet, maybe, I don't know, Etienne, Nico, could give a hand, this would be lovely. And we also need people to monitor other communication channels, in particular the Debian-perl channel and the DebConf Kuthiran channel. Just in case people there are, like Gregor or other people, are asking questions or providing useful input. Thanks in advance. And we can start with a round of introductions. So please, if you'd like, say your name and give an idea of what's your role currently in the Debian-perl group. I'm Intri, and right now my role is mostly give a hand every 2 years to run the yearly meeting during DebConf, and that's about it.
Let me say a bit about myself. I am Joenio. I am part of the perl team since I don't remember, long time ago, but not so active. Then I am a little bit of about the context about these both. Gregor, who is one of the guy who is organizing this every year almost, and he proposed to someone who are coming to the DebConf to propose this year, as he is not here. Then I did it, and Intrigeri also joined this challenge. Usually this buff is dedicated to take some decisions, and but as we are here, let's say, me at least, as I am not so active, I think we are gonna have more propositions to share in the list, a mailing list in the web chat at the end of the buff. Well, that's it. Who is next? Who would like to present?
People from the internet, please, if you would like, introduce yourself. We can see you.
Should I go ahead?
Yes, please. That would be lovely.
Okay. So I'm Etienne Mollier. I joined the Debian-perl team a couple of years ago, mostly for introducing a couple of dependencies for Debian-made packages. And I stayed around because, well, there was light. And I'm usually active during the low-hanging fruit sessions, which occur once per month on 21st of each month, actually. And that's about all I can tell about myself.
Yeah, well, hi, I'm Nico Tyni. I have a bit of trouble catching what you're saying back there. I don't know. There's some issues with the sound. I hope you're getting me. Anyway, I'm maintaining Perl itself and helping out with the package Perl stuff every now and then. Been doing that for quite a long while now. Good to see you, folks.
Wouter, and I have joined the Perl team a while ago, but not very active. Just upload packages when it suits me. Sorry about that.
Okay, I think everybody wanted to speak did, unless anyone...
Yes, I'm Tilkan Peter, but I'm more listening to this session. I'm the leader of Open Printing, and I use Perl only for sophisticated system for handling regular expressions in shell scripts.
Hi, I'm Pushkar, and I've just joined to listen in.
My name is Raghavendra Bhatt, handle Raghu. I'm a ham radio operator with call sign VU to RGU. I am a Perl user. I am extensively I've deployed Perl in my systems administration work across many machines. So I have come in to listen in and understand. Thank you.
Okay, so we have prepared a little bit of agenda with a few topics. If you're curious what's on our plate today, you can take a look at Gobi, that's where it is. And if you have other suggestions, things you would like to add to the agenda, or things you think are more important and we should talk about first, please say so. Okay, considering basically nobody is in Gobi, that's not going to happen, so we can move on from now. The next topic, which is quite usual in this buff, is to look at some statistics to have an idea of the status and health of the team, and if necessary, comment and discuss about this. Can you please show the statistics on screen? So I will paste them also in various places, like here, and maybe maybe if you could paste the link line 52 on the Jitsi chat. This could help everybody take a look at the same, so we can literally be on the same page. Thank you. Bottom, if you can copy the URL of this page and paste it in the chat of Jitsi. Yeah, so everybody has easy access to it. Thanks.
I'm sorry, I have a hard time catching the what is being said during the talk. Do you need we expose the page by sharing the screen?
So we've got it here. So that's just so you can.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I think now everybody has access to this page, so we can take a look and comment about it if we want to.
Okay. Sorry, I don't know really what to add.
Yeah, I'm not sure that we are exactly the right set of people to have this conversation. When preparing this discussion with Gregor and Joenio, one potentially useful question that we thought we could ask ourselves is whether this situation is sustainable.
Yeah, that's what I just wanted to bring up. You can see that the numbers are going down in both number of people with at least one commit and people with over 100 commits. And yeah, I was about to say that is a bit of an issue. I think we need to figure out a way to improve people to how people would work on this, make it more interesting, something like that. But I have no idea how.
Yes, me and intrigeri, we had a discussion about that topic when we were planning this both. And yes, we don't know, but maybe this is a reflect of the Perl ecosystem as a general, that it's not so popular. The use it's decreasing in general. Then maybe it's a reflect inside the Debian distribution or the Debian project as well. Then I don't know. And one thing that we were wondering is, do we need to do something? Is it an issue for the team or not? Or it's okay because I don't know if we have to bring new people to the team, or I don't know if you need this. This is an open question that it could be interesting to discuss.
Maybe a more interesting question is: are we keeping up? Are bugs being filed that aren't being fixed? Are packages being standing back? That's not a statistic that we have here. If we are keeping up, then I mean, if there's less work to be done, then it's not an issue if there are less people. If people can keep up and don't feel overwhelmed with all the amount of work, then it's also not a major issue. So maybe that's a more interesting question than how many people there are, in fact.
Yeah, yes. I think it's very similar as the same conclusion we had in the discussion before. And then this question should be answered by who is doing more in the team. And for example, I am not in this position to answer right now. Maybe someone remote would like to say something about that, not? Otherwise, I think we can move to the next topics.
Nico, Etienne, would you like to? Do you have input on this topic?
Right now, I'm not sure of the topic that is covered. We are having some difficulties hearing what's in the room in the past few sentences. So this is being addressed at the moment.
Okay, sorry about that. So let's try to discuss a related topic, which is the low-hanging fruit sessions. The one way we can look at this is whether having these sessions gives us more benefits than problems. Here as well, we have some statistics about how much they were attended or not. And so we wanted to check if we want to keep doing that. So I suppose it's mostly a question for people who actually attend them.
Just for myself, the low-hanging fruit sessions give me some frame to get to contribute to the Perl team. So since I have some other hats in other teams, this kind of gives a schedule. We've heard also a lot of contributions from Gregor, and occasionally people waving to say hi to the team. So there is some activity, but I guess at a couple of occurrences there's been question whether to continue or not with the low-hanging fruits. Some of the objectives, which were, for instance, providing auto pkg tests to Perl packages still missing them, seem to have reached something like 99.4% coverage. So I guess the fraction of percent of remaining packages are not that low-hanging. So I guess probably should be at least a redefinition of the summary.
Yeah, for my part, I haven't really been to too many of those LHF sessions, but I do like the concept. Just well, I guess I mostly forget about them. Also, I do have some trouble finding the time, but I don't think it's worth moving them because of me anyway. And yeah, the list of possible low-hanging fruits might be something that we should have a look at and update. I see Gregor has joined.
Gregor, can you hear us? Maybe later.
Yeah.
Okay, let's go. Let's move on.
Just to register to share my experience in the low-hanging fruit session. I took part, I think, in only 2 or 3 sessions very recently. And in fact, I think I didn't do my homework very well to understand what is the main purpose if the low-hanging fruits is something to work in a collaborative way, or is just something that we frame at the same time to work as individuals and be there available in a chat to eventually share some information. Then the last time I took part, I was just in the chat online, doing almost monitoring the activities to see if someone asked for support for something or help in some specific activity. That's just to share what I did in the last session.
it seems we are not going to have Gregor right now joining us. And the low-hanging fruits sessions topic, we wanted to give another opportunity so that anybody who would like to attend but cannot because of the time slots that we use has a chance to say so. So we're not going to treat this as a brand new problem, optimization problem, because with a bunch of nerds this can take a while, but this is just a reminder if the times we are using, which is alternatively 5 p.m. UTC, 7 p.m. UTC, if they are very problematic for you, please share this input with the group and we'll figure out something. Anything else on this topic? Okay, so we can move on and talk about Perl 538. There's a bunch of information on the pad and links that I will not spell aloud. And so I invite everybody interested to join Gobi. And we had some questions, I think, for Nico, maybe for the group, that I suppose come from Gregor mainly, about how we want to handle this transition. The questions I see are, do we need to create a Gobi doc? Whoopsie. Do we need to create a Gobi doc, Perl 538 QA, like that it was used for previous transitions in the past? I understand it's a question for Nico.
So, yeah, in the past I've used the Gobi for classifying the list of open bugs and things. Well, maybe I'll start a bit further out. So the general process is that when a new version of Perl is released, I update the packaging, and then I run test rebuilds on well, nowadays we have a server for that, but I run test rebuilds with the new packages, and then I get dozens of failures typically, and there's somewhere classifying those and finding out whether they have whether they are independent or if there's a generic thing that needs to be fixed, which will then fix dozen other packages or something. So that's what I've used the Gobi for in the past, but I think I mostly forgot about it this year, because it's mostly been just me doing the classifying work anyway, and it wasn't that much work this year. I guess that's why I didn't even try to share it much. But yeah, it's probably too late for this year to have any use out of a Gobi doc. The bugs are all filed, or maybe one or two remaining. And as for the general timeline, I think I'm hoping for doing it in October or something like that. I'll be busy for a couple of weeks now, and after that I should start pushing it really, because things are mostly ready. I think there's just a couple of things. There's a few leaf packages with open bugs, which may not be fixed at all, or they can be fixed at their own pace. So, yes, October, I hope. And I see there's for another question about a document about the last upgrade. I don't think we have any or many notes anyway. it would be. I agree. It would be good to have a document outlining how things go. There's some things on the Debian wiki at Perl maintenance, but I should really try to clean that up, I guess, or make a separate thing. It would be an ideal time to do that now, I guess, when we're in the middle of 538 work. Yeah. Anything else on that? Oh, did you get me at all? 1, 2, 3.
Yes.
Yeah, sorry that we had a technical issue here in our side.
Yeah.
Now it's okay.
And we
So
are
do I
back.
start over, or are you okay with what you got?
I think we are back. I took note on the Gobi of the bits I understood, but I think that was maybe 20% of what you said. So you might want to repeat anything important that you said that is not captured on the Gobi. Sorry about that.
Oh, no worries. So I think you said you want me to repeat some part, but I'm not sure which part.
Yeah, important bits that are not already in Gobi.
All right, yeah.
I took notes around line 100 and following lines.
So, yeah, but the timeline, I was saying that the timelines, I'm hoping for October this year, because I'll be busy for a couple of weeks now, and then after that, I think things are mostly ready, so I think October should be doable, but something like that. And there's a few bugs open and 1 or 2 that I haven't filed yet for various reasons, but which are not like big things anyway. And there's a few packages that won't get fixed probably at all, or can be done later. So it's not blockers. I'm not aware of any big blockers at the moment. And the last part was that I agree that it would be good to have a document about these transitions, like telling in general what things need to be done and all that. There's some stuff on the wiki at Perl maintenance page, but I'll try to write something down. Yes. Hope you got it this time. Did you?
Thank you. Other questions or input on this Perl 538 transition topic? Then let's move on to the next discussion topic we have on the agenda, which is the tooling for inactive group members. At some point, we had tools to identify inactive group members and, I understand, remove their privileges. Some work on this was planned a few years back and again last year, and as far as we understand, no progress was made so far. So we wanted to check if we really want to do this. If not, don't rehash this topic every year. And if we do want to do this, figure out how, who, what, and when. So maybe first of all, to understand how important that is or not, maybe it's a good time to figure out why we would want to do it at all. So what's the main motivation, the main reason behind this idea? Is it only about the principle of least privileged, or are there other reasons to prioritize this work, as far as you know?
Yes, I think maybe no one here among us knows. You know, great.
Yeah, I don't think there is really any other reason why you would want to do this other than least privilege. Because every time you remove someone, you might accidentally remove someone who still wants to. It's actually, other than the least privilege thing, it's actually not a good idea, in my opinion. But of course, you do want to do that because you don't want to have people who haven't been active in a very long time part of that. So I think least privilege is really the only reason why you would want that to do that.
And a related question is, I suppose other teams that have large amounts of members and, let's say, who very easily allow members to join the team, like maybe the Python team or the teams, does anybody has any idea how they handle this problem?
I don't.
As far as I can
Yeah,
tell, I think the issue could affect a team like the Debian Med, with several people having, for instance, put a package for a first iteration at some point in the past and never appeared again. Is that the problem we are trying to address here?
Yeah, I was thinking that it's likely that other teams don't actually handle this other than through MIA. So if somebody is a Debian developer and then gets inactive, the MIA team deals with it. But I don't think there's any other way that other teams do this, to be honest. So I don't know.
Sorry, I'm overwhelmed between relaying stuff from IRC, taking notes, and trying to facilitate this, and trying to understand everybody. I don't manage to, so I will stop taking notes, or stop relaying things from IRC. Is anyone excited and wants to work on this? For some value of excited.
Maybe it's more interesting to, if we actually want to do this, to at some future point have a BOF with large teams rather than just the pkg-perl BOF, because this, like is mentioned here, is an issue that would exist with multiple large teams, and these are issues that can be solved by a shared solution. We don't have to solve that for ourselves. And if we say, hey, we don't have the manpower to handle this by ourselves, then that's a good indication that maybe we shouldn't try to handle it by ourselves, and we should look at what other teams are doing and work with them. And worst case, write something together that all of the teams can use, rather than trying to fix it ourselves.
Any other comments on this topic? Okay.
Just I think I would, I could put myself as a volunteer to try to contribute on this, but for sure I will ask help of you guys who are more experienced on the issue itself.
Oh yeah. We have 8 minutes left, and so let's talk about the sprints. So this year there was one unofficial sprint at the Debian meeting Hamburg, where with 4 attendees updated packages and improved our tooling. See Gobi for the link to the notes. And we could talk about what's up for a potential next sprint. One suggestion that's on the Gobi already is to do this during the DebConf in Berlin in May 2024. What do you think? Would you like to join the sprint? Is this one, are these dates and locations suitable for you? Other suggestions?
That Berlin, sorry, that Berlin thing sounds good. I would love to be there if I can. Not sure yet, but in general, the May is an okay time for a sprint with regard to the Perl upstream schedule, because they try to put out a new stable release in May sometime during May, and in the worst case, there's only release candidates available, but it's still a good time to get things moving. So yeah, sounds good. Also, it's good to combine it with a mini DebConf or something, I think, rather than have a separate event.
Gobi, I've completely misunderstood what you said.
Did you lose me completely? Sorry. Or did you agree? Sorry, I can't hear you.
IRC, Gregor tells us he would like to join a sprint, and the mini DebConf in Berlin sounds good to him. Same for Nico.
Because, but yeah, I mean, to come from South Africa for something like that is not going to work. But yeah, I also am not that active, so I don't think I should be a blocking factor anyway.
I would like to, but I until now I don't know how will be my agenda in May. Then I'm not sure, but if possible, I will be there.
It sounds like consensus to me. Okay, we have just a couple minutes left, which I don't think we should switch to another topic. But about this sprint, who would like to organize this? Or to, I don't know, lead the effort to organizing this? Well, we will see who will fill the gaps.
I think it's just a matter of showing up.
I have no idea.
If you're doing it at a mini DebConf, isn't it just a matter of showing up, or what needs to be organized? I suppose. Yeah. Good point. Thanks.
Yeah. I think the first task of this person would be figure out what needs to be organized.
That's a very good one.
Okay, well, I think any closing comments on this for this buff? We have hello from somewhere.
Mauritius.
Mauritius. Ooh. Okay. Well, thank you all for attending, and we can follow up on this and the mailing list. We'll send the notes there, and if we need to dive into any of these topics, or we can follow up there. Thanks.
Thank you.
And see you next year.